Hey everybody, another episode of the Quadcast. This is a little update about how my goals are going. Not the last episode I had my boy Jim. A couple episodes ago, I had an update about what I was trying to achieve this year, the goals I wanted to accomplish, and what I wanted to do. And that kind of broke my goals down into, professional, personal, athletic. And then I said I was also on the hunt for a rival. And one of my podcast listeners and homies, and actually he's now back to being a nutrition client, Matt reached out, said he was up to be my new rival. So I'm gonna give you a little breakdown about my rival who stepped up. He's a father. He works full time. He's dedicated to making a better life for himself, his wife, and his children. So thus he is the perfect competitor because he has something to lose. He has something to prove to his family and the people that he cares about. So perfect competitor because I know he wants it. So this is good. I have a rival who is worthy. Now, granted, I am his coach. So would that put him at a disadvantage? No, because I, like Goku, want my opponents to run the fade. I want my opponents to be at their peak. I want them to be at their strongest and nothing less. So I'm grateful because now I'm literally helping build and mold my perfect opponents. That's kind of excited. Or I'm not building per se. I don't do his workout programming, but I do his nutrition, and so that's part of it. And maybe one day I can do his workout programming. That'll be wonderful. But yeah, Matt, uh, congratulations on being my rival, man. I'm happy you stepped up and stepped into my world. Let's go. One day I'll have him on this podcast. He is once again a father and he works full time, so it's scheduling kind of hard to get him in here. But I think I will be able to get him in here one day. We'll see. But yeah, professionally, guys, as far as my goals, what has accomplished? Sorry, guys, I had some notes pulled up. Now they're all working stupid. Professionally, um, it's really weird. My thing didn't update. Oh well, I'm gonna pull the rest of the notes up on my phone. But here we are. Goals, professional wise. My client load is almost maxed out, so I'm pretty excited about that. That's the first time it's happened while I've stepped out on my own as far as independent coach and trainer. What I mean by maxed out is I'm at the point where I have so many clients where if I was to take on more, it would affect my ability to grow my business. It would affect my ability to train hard and accomplish my own personal goals. So, therefore, once again, maxed out. This is exciting and scary at the same time. So, there's that. Um, but these are good problems. I believe I've dubbed this, and I believe DJ Khaled dubbed this first, but I've been using it ever since. It's suffering from success. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm excited, and I look forward to the problems that that brings, so to speak. Um, so because I'm almost maxed out, my goal then is to I have someone who works with me who handles like virtual clients. So if you're listening to this podcast and you are looking to work with a coach remotely, I have that for you and I could set you up with that. And they are very affordable at this current point in time. Highly recommend you reach out, leave a comment, and I'll probably put the interest form link to working with us in this bio so you can reach out and we can help you out. But yes, so far that is my next thing. I now have to fill up another coach. And if I fill up another coach, then everything will be good. Then I'll hire another coach, keep filling them up, and I'll keep building elite coaches and filling them up, and building elite coaches and filling them up, and hopefully there'll be peace on earth, and I can continue to help people and get results and accomplish my goals. Normal stuff. Uh, I looked into getting a standalone brick and mortar space again. But the business is doing a lot better, so I felt confident in looking. I don't think it's the location is good. I like the space in the room and all the options that it has. The downside is there's literally another gym right next door that's blossoming, burgeoning, and doing very well. And so I don't think it would be to my advantage to open my gym next to another gym that's been there longer. That just doesn't sound like a good idea. Yes, I probably am a very different coach, very different thing, but if you're looking for like location, search engine optimization kind of things, that just doesn't sound like the best of ideas. So, uh, I won't be doing that, unfortunately. It took a lot to say I won't be doing that because I want to. I want my own standalone space. I miss it. It was fun. Separation of like life and work was kind of cool. So, oh well. Maybe one day it's a goal, but not right now. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back a little bit because I got to the point where I wanted to do that. I don't know, and didn't know when I would get to the point where I'd want to do that again. So that's been epic. Um, Instead of spending, I don't say an absurd amount of money. It's 4K a month, and it was a live and work situation, and that's pretty good because essentially there was two rooms upstairs. Uh, they weren't big, but there were still rooms. There was two rooms upstairs, plus two full baths and one half bath downstairs. So it was a pretty sweet situation, but it was like 4 grand a month. And instead of spending 4 grand a month, I'm going to instead focus on saving more money for the business and buying pieces of equipment that I think could improve the standing, longevity, and retention of my current clients. So the thought of that is something I want to do is I want to get a max height, like vertical leap test, just because I believe the application of power is very important with whatever sport you're doing. I compete in rowing, it's more of an endurance sport, but power application is still very important. So there's that. I also can also train and compete. I also train other athletes outside of rowing, and power is also important in their sport. So it's an easy way to test power that you can just do. And I think it's like kind of for the thing isn't like super expensive. It's like maybe 250 to like $300. So that's obviously 300 bucks comparison to 4,000 a month. A lot more affordable, right? So doable. Something like that. I want to get a ski erg. I want to get a couple other things that I think would be that would enhance once again my client's ability to train, to test, to assess, and get results, and just have other metrics outside of what we currently do. Testing power, there's other ways, guys. You can do like there's a max height vertical test, there's broad jump. Technically, if you want to, you can do hex bar for you can do like a hex bar for like speed, you can jump with it, so on and so forth. Like there's a bunch of ways that you can test power, but let's just go with that. Like, so yeah, that's what's going to be my focus professionally, guys. I almost maxed out my schedule, so it's good. Growing another coach. Looked into getting a standalone space. Decided not to pull the trigger on it. It's okay. And focusing on acquiring new pieces of equipment to enhance my current services that I offer to my current client load and improve overall retention that I currently have. Boom. Moving on. Athletically, uh, I PR'd, which means personal record, did my best personal best. My 6K erg test by 17 seconds. So previously, I had rode a 6K, 6,000 meters on the rowing machine uh, in 21 minutes and something. I forget. It was like 3 seconds or something like that. It was almost 21 minutes flat because it was a 145.7 split or something like that. So it was essentially like right over like 21 minutes. Um, and so really sad, really, really sad, really upsetting because I wanted to get sub 21 so bad and I thought I had it in the bag. But my coach and I, we had a meeting of the minds and talked about how uh, workouts themselves do not determine your zone training. Your heart rate does. And so instead of trying to match a workout to a zone, we just said stare at my heart rate. And so we applied that principle to my last training cycle, and then I dropped the 17 seconds. And that was like pretty successful. I'm pretty excited about that. And hopefully I will drop another split at least coming up, and hopefully I'll drop anywhere from like 12 to 13 seconds is the hope. Because my goal is to row a sub 20, 30, 6K before I start like focusing on like my 2K and stuff like that. I think I can get a little faster. So dropping uh dropping my 6K to a split of like a 142, I think will have me at exactly 20 minutes and 30 seconds split wise. So that's going to be the goal for my next 6K at the end of this program cycle, which I still have like 3 to 4 weeks left. So pray for me, cross fingers, make sure to check in with me in a couple weeks. I did post an outtake from my 6K on my YouTube shorts as well as my social media not too long ago. I was happy and excited. Um, I tested my mile time. That was horrible. I essentially walked a mile out from my house to try to find some flat terrain and then like essentially try to run it back. And then the moment I started trying to run it back, I ran into like 20-mile-per-hour headwinds. And I was not, I swear, I felt like there was one step that I took, that even though I stepped forward, the wind was so strong, I felt like my foot, even though I reached out forward, only hit like struck underneath me, like I didn't move forward. So that kind of sucked. But I got 9 minutes flat. That's embarrassing. I need to retest this mile because I think I can do better. Honestly, I think I was hoping I was going to be around like a 7 or 8 minute mile, so to hit nine kind of hurt in my heart a little bit. And sorry guys, there's a siren, and which means my dog might start screaming soon. I wonder if I could block that out. Oh, my dog didn't scream. It's a good day. No, he's screaming now. Oh, you might be able to hear him in the background. But yeah, so I need to retest that. Next thing I wanted to do was compete in a hybrid athlete event this year. I was originally thinking High Rocks as far as the event that I wanted to compete in, but the next High Rocks competition that is happening in the state of Texas is in Houston, and it is in March. And I do not think I'll be ready, nor do I think I will be able to compete at the level and standard that I want to compete. I think the events won't be much of an issue for me, but I think the running time will, because like elite high rockers like have like a sub 6 minute mile, and my mile is like I just said I tested and it was 9, so they're going to beat the brakes off me on a run even if I do win all the events. So yeah, I have that to look forward to. So that's athletically. Ooh, and I might do that with another coach. If you guys see some of my social media stuff on like Instagram, even on like my YouTube ties and some of my videos, and we work together. And I think he would be he'd probably compete alongside me during the DECA. I don't think it would be we might partner up. I don't know if DECA has a partner option, but there's that. And then personal goals, let me pull up my phone because I have it on my phone. So for my personal goals, because my notes on my laptop being weird. My personal goals, my dad helped me come up with an investment strategy that may help me increase my savings account faster than the current strategy that I have, instead of just trying to save money every month. So I was currently trying to save money every month. Once again, I think I told you guys in the last video, I wanted to increase my personal savings up to 10K. Sorry guys, 1 second. Go on, come in. I'm probably not going to edit that out because life happens and I want this podcast to be authentic. However, you guys do not like my authenticism. I think I just made up a word. Y'all let me know and I will start to edit my podcast and make them pretend to be more professional at least. But yeah, so my dad helped me, or he's helping me create a investment strategy that may help me essentially like reach my goal faster. So for example, and once again, I'm not a finance guy. My dad is. My dad definitely is like a math and finance guy. He's like a lot better at running numbers than I am. So his suggestion was for that you have 12 months, every month I deposit 500 into like a CD account. I don't know if I can do this yet. That's the plan. Every 12 months, I deposit 500 bucks into a different CD account. The thing about CD accounts is they have about like a 3.9 to like 4% interest gained. So essentially, as your money's sitting in there, you get more money back from leaving it in that thing. Currently, my monthly interest in my savings account is 0.01%, which is trash. Very trash, right? I hate money. I enjoy having money, but I hate the way money works when you don't have a lot of it, and it's harder to make more money with lots of money. Okay, that's what I was saying. So the plan is put $500 into a CD account every month, and then essentially over the course of a year. In the next year, you get every month. You then get that money back plus a little bit of interest, and 4% interest. Like that's not huge, right? Like I'm not going to be making a ton of money, so we do like 500 times. Mm-hmm. Essentially, it's only going to accrue like $20 a month, but 20 times 12, it's $240 over the course of the year, and you do that 12 times because I did it once a month. That'd be like $3,000, almost $3,000. So kind of cool, definitely an opportunity. Don't know if it's going to work or if I'll do it, but that's kind of a cool idea that I was going to try and implement. If you're a finance person and you're happen to stumble across this podcast, let me know. I'm open to suggestions and feedback. If that's a horrible idea, please tell me. If there's a better idea, please tell me. Because once again, I'm not a finance guy. I'm just a guy, an entrepreneur trying to make it and learning and fumbling as I go. The two friends that I want to see this year, I want to see my boy Jim, who's been on this podcast. Y'all have met him. And I want to see my boy Alex, who's my coach, who's been on this podcast. Y'all have met him. One's in Canada, one's in Florida. No idea how I'm gonna make that happen, but I do want to go see both of them because I'll be able to row when I go see both of them, and that's important because wherever I go, I train. So we'll figure that out. First goal to make that happen would be essentially to make sure that the business makes money when I'm not working, which is harder. So the goal would then be to make sure the coach that I'm training up will be in a financially good enough place to make money while I'm not working, to make the business money while I'm not working, for me to go on vacation. Other than that, if you guys have met me, or if you guys, for those you have met me, for those you don't know, I don't take vacations very often. I'm pretty much a workhorse or a workaholic because I got big dreams and big goals, and I want to achieve them, and I want to people I care about, people I want to help, and things I want to do, and things I want to see, and all of that takes obviously it takes work, it takes effort, but it takes a little more than that too. Some luck and some ingenuity. So hopefully I get all that accomplished. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining this episode of the Quadcast. This is my 2026 goal update. I'm gonna keep trying to do these like once a month, just so I have evidence and of what I've accomplished thus far, and you guys have ways to keep me accountable. Because the people who watch my podcast right now, maybe one day it blows up and it's huge. But as of right now, it's mainly just like my friends and people who really rock with me kind of heavy. So hopefully they keep me accountable too. But if you're new and you haven't seen my podcast before, you haven't met me before, once again, my name is John, nicknamed Quad Father by my friends when they were roasting me one day. And I want to accomplish big things and great things. Yeah. Thanks for joining this episode of the Quadcast. As always, we are currently taking on nutrition clients. I can't emphasize this enough. If your goal is to evolve aesthetically, you want abs, you want to look good, you want to look lean, you want to lose weight, you want to emphasize fat loss. The key thing that I cannot emphasize enough during this phase of your life is your nutrition. Your nutrition and dietary habits are what dictate fat loss and how lean or aesthetically pleasing you are to yourself in your own eyes. In order to emphasize fat loss, you must be in a caloric deficit. In order to build muscle, I have to actually change this. I used to say you have to be in a caloric surplus. Maintenance or at surplus, depending on your level of lifting and how skilled of lifter you are and how long you've been doing it, how much muscle you have, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so highly recommend that if you're looking to or wanting to learn how to build muscle, if you're wanting to learn how to lose fat and get lean, definitely click the link to the interest form that I'll leave in the bio or in the caption of this podcast, so you can get yourself some goals. Help yourself achieve. So I and people on my team can help you achieve your goals. There's my English. I know I can do it. I wish I spoke another language, but English is my only one. I keep fumbling. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining this episode of the Quadcast. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next episode. I'll be reviewing a really cool study that I found informative about training and sleep and how they impact each other as far as timing. It's the weekend here, and while I'm filming this, so if you guys are having a weekend, enjoy it. If you're watching this sometime this is your weekend, whatever kind of week you're having, I hope either A, you're enjoying it, or B, that it gets better from here. But all right, once again, thank you for joining me on this episode of the Quadcast. I'll see you on the next episode.